Why does Crimson Tide have the most Super Bowl winners? It's not just about talent, it's about a stadium that breeds champions. Bryant-Denny Stadium, with its legendary history and cutting-edge facilities, is where college athletes are transformed into NFL powerhouses. But none of that would be possible without a state-of-the-art training facility and the best stadium experience you can ever have. So, let's discuss it in today's episode of Built Up. Alabama's Crimson Tide is like the ultimate sports car factory. Think of it as a place where they don't just build any cars, they're rolling out high-performance championship-winning machines. Why do they dominate Super Bowl rosters? Well, for starters, they've got the best mechanics. In this case, legendary coaches like Nick Saban. These guys know exactly how to fine-tune raw talent into NFL-ready players. Just like a top engineer can turn a regular car into a race day beast, Alabama's coaching staff polishes athletes until they're built for the big leagues. Then there's the quality control. At Alabama, competition is fierce. You're not just trying to beat other teams, you're fighting for your spot against future NFL stars in practice. It's like a factory where only the best models make it off the assembly line. If you survive that environment, you're already battle tested for the Super Bowl. And don't forget the track record. NFL scouts love Alabama players because they know what they're getting. Tough, disciplined, and ready to handle pressure. It's like buying a car from a brand with a long history of winning races. You trust it because it's been proven over and over again. So, why does Alabama produce the most Super Bowl winners? Simple. They're not just making football players, they're building championship machines, and the NFL can't get enough of them. Now, before we move on to the next section, please don't forget to subscribe if you like the video so far. Imagine you're a college athlete stepping into the University of Alabama's football facilities for the first time. It's like walking into a football paradise. Everything around you is designed to turn you into the best version of yourself. First stop, the Mal M. Moore Athletic Facility. This place is your second home. Picture a 34,500 square foot weight room that looks something out of a sci-fi movie. Every machine, every piece of equipment is top tier. Whether you're squatting a ridiculous amount of weight or doing speed drills, this place has everything to push your body to its limits. And it's not just about lifting heavy. There's a cardio balcony for conditioning and a rehab zone where you can recover after a brutal workout. And let's talk recovery, because at Alabama, they take it seriously. Imagine finishing a tough practice and heading straight to the Sports Science Center. You've got access to cryotherapy chambers, those ice-cold recovery pods that make you feel like a superhero afterward, sensory deprivation tanks to help you reset mentally, and hydrotherapy pools that ease sore muscles. If something's off, there are specialists in sports medicine and mental health right there to get you back on track. Now, picture this. You just had a long day of classes and practice. You head to the players' lounge, a legit athlete's paradise. There are gaming consoles, big screen TVs, pool tables, and a place to kick back with your teammates. And the locker room, it's not just a locker room. It's a spa-level space with hot and cold plunge pools and a waterfall to help you relax and recover. And when it's time to study the game, you're sitting in a 175-seat theatre-style film room, breaking down plays on massive screens. Every position group has its own meeting room, so you're getting detailed coaching tailored specifically to your game. When you hit the field, there's no such thing as a rainout because you've got the Hank Crisp indoor facility, a climate-controlled full-length field that mirrors what NFL teams use. Whether it's 100 degrees outside or pouring rain, you're practicing in perfect conditions. And when the sun's shining, you head out to the Thomas Drew practice fields for those classic outdoor drills. But the real crown jewel, Bryant-Denny Stadium. Game day is electric. Imagine stepping onto that field with over 100,000 fans screaming your name. It's a rush you can't describe. And thanks to the advanced training and facilities, you feel prepared, confident, and unstoppable. Here's the best part. Every single thing in these facilities is built to give you a competitive edge, not just in college, but for the NFL. You're training like a pro from day one. Alabama isn't just about winning games, it's about turning you into a champion for life. And all of that starts and ends inside the stadium. Speaking of which, Bryant-Denny Stadium is more than just a football field. It's a symbol of Alabama's football legacy. The stadium opened in 1929, originally named Denny Stadium after George H. Denny, the university president at the time. Back then, it had a modest capacity of around 12,000, and while it was always meant to be more than just a place to watch games, nobody could have imagined just how iconic it would become. Over the years, as Alabama's football program became a national powerhouse, the stadium had to grow with it. By the 1960s, Alabama football had built such a strong reputation that the stadium was expanded, adding upper decks to bring the seating capacity to about 34,000. But as the success of the Crimson Tide continued to rise, so did the need for more space. By the late 80s, the stadium was expanded again, pushing the capacity to 72,000. It wasn't until the 2000s that the stadium underwent some of its most transformative changes, adding luxury suites, expanding seating, and bringing it to its current capacity of over 101,000 fans. Each of these expansions cost millions, with the most recent renovations in the 2000s alone amounting to over $200 million, as the university worked to make Bryant-Denny a top-tier venue in college football. What really makes Bryant-Denny so iconic, though, isn't just its size or the cost of its renovations. It's the history that fills every inch of the stadium. This is the place where legends have been made. From Paul Bear Bryant, whose name is synonymous with Alabama football, to the countless national championships, SEC titles, and unforgettable moments, Bryant-Denny is the home of Alabama's football's greatest achievements. Players don't just step onto the field, they step into a tradition, into a stadium that's seen the best of the best. The atmosphere at Bryant-Denny is unlike any other. On game day, the roar of over 100,000 fans is deafening, and when that crowd erupts after a big play, the energy is almost palpable. The huge video screens keeps fans engaged throughout the game, and every tradition, from the Tide Roll to the pre-game rituals, adds to the magic of being there. For players, it's not just a game, it's a chance to add to the incredible legacy of Alabama football. When you play at Bryant-Denny, you're not just playing to win a game, you're playing to leave your mark on a stadium that's hosted some of the greatest players and moments in college football history. But we didn't even mention the best part about the Crimson Tide. If you're a young athlete who's dreamed of playing big-time college football your whole life, this is as good as it gets. Because you're not just anywhere, you're at Alabama, home of the Crimson Tide. And the first time you step into Bryant-Denny Stadium, it's like stepping into a different world. When you walk through the tunnel on game day, your heart's pounding. You can hear the roar of over 100,000 fans. It's not just noise, it's energy. You feel it in your chest. The air is electric. You glance around at the sea of crimson and white, and it hits you. You're playing on hallowed ground, a place where legends have left their mark. As a player, you know the stadium isn't just a place to play, it's a statement. Everything about it is designed for greatness. You see your name lit up on the video boards, larger than life. It's not just a game, it's a showcase. And when you make a play, whether it's a crushing tackle or a touchdown, the place erupts like an earthquake. For a moment, you're not just a player, you're a superstar. But it's more than the noise and the lights. It's knowing you're part of a tradition where only the best survive. Every week you're practicing in top-tier facilities just a stone's throw from the stadium. You spend hours in the theatre-style film room breaking down plays, knowing that on Saturday you'll execute those same moves in front of an entire nation. But here's the thing, when you're out there, under the lights, you're not alone. Your teammates, they're your brothers. And the crowd, they aren't just fans, they're family. Every cheer, every chant of Roll Tide reminds you that you're part of something bigger than yourself. So, do you think any other college football stadium can ever top the legacy of Bryant-Denny? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, here's another video mega project enthusiasts enjoyed watching. Bye for now.